New York roots. Alfredo James Pacino was born on April 25, 1940 in East Harlem, in the borough of Manhattan in New York City. Pacino's formative years were spent in another borough of the Big Apple, the Bronx, where he moved to with his mother following the divorce of his parents when he was just 2 years old. He began smoking at age 9, and drinking, and took up casual marijuana use at age 13, but never used hard drugs. His two closest friends died from drug abuse at the ages of 19 and 30. Growing up in the Bronx, he got into occasional fights and was considered something of a troublemaker at school. Corleone coincidence. In the Godfather trilogy, Pacino played Michael Corleone, whose father Vero immigrated to the United States from the small Sicilian town of Corleone. Ironically, Pacino's maternal grandparents James and Kate Girardi were also originally from Corleone, Sicily. Teacher's pet. Even after completing his formal training at the Actors Studio, Pacino maintained close ties with his mentor Strasberg. Pacino reunited with Strasberg in the films The Godfather Part II and Justice for All. Proud father. Pacino has 3 children. He has a daughter with acting coach Jan Tarrant named Julie Marie. He also has twins, daughter Olivia Rose and son Anton James, with actress and former partner Beverly D'Angelo. Just a G away. With an Emmy, Oscar, and Tony under his belt, Pacino is only a Grammy Award away from completing the illustrious EGOT. Someone needs to make a Pacino spoken word album a reality. On his own at a young age. Pacino dropped out of high school at 17, a decision that disappointed his mother and ultimately led to Pacino leaving the family home. To support himself and his acting training, Pacino took on odd jobs as a messenger, janitor, busboy, postal clerk, and mailroom employee at Commentary magazine. Early film roles. Pacino's first movie role was a small part in the 1969 film Awake and Sing. His first lead role came 2 years later in the 1971 film The Panic in Needle Park. His performance garnered a lot of attention, most notably from director Francis Ford Coppola, who would go on to cast Pacino in the Godfather films. Scent of a committed actor. Pacino spent a lot of time getting the part of Frank Slade right in Scent of a Woman. To play the blind and retired Army officer, Pacino worked with people from a school for the blind. Even when not filming, Pacino would use the character's cane and would avoid eye contact during conversations. An extended break. Pacino once took a 4-year hiatus from acting in movies. The hiatus came as a result of the 1985 critical and commercial flop Revolution. Pacino spent part of the hiatus back on stage, including a stint in a production of Shakespeare's Julius Caesar. An unfortunate award. Pacino has won numerous accolades throughout his illustrious career. However, one award that he probably isn't so proud of is his Razzie win for Worst Supporting Actor in the critically panned 2011 film Jack and Jill. In the movie, Pacino actually plays himself. On-set injury. During the filming of Scarface, Pacino picked up a gun by the barrel that was just used to fire blanks. As the barrel was still very hot, Pacino sustained burns to his hand. The burn was so severe that production had to be shut down for a couple of weeks to give time for Pacino to heal and recover. A pivotal scene. The Lewis restaurant scene in The Godfather serves as a pivotal moment in the film as it truly initiates Michael into the world of crime. The scene was equally pivotal for Pacino himself. The executives at Paramount were not happy about his work and were considering recasting the part. However, Pacino's incredible and nuanced performance in the restaurant scene won the executives over and they thankfully decided to leave Pacino to do his thing. My first language was shy. It's only by having been thrust into the limelight that I have learned to cope with my shyness. Alfredo James Pacino.